Next up, we have Top Billing, starring Jon Lovitz. Man, I love Jon Lovitz. I love Lovitz. Lovitz. I love it's John. Um, I was a big fan of The Critic. I didn't watch it. I know it only ran like one season. I think I saw every episode back when it was on. I haven't seen it in a long time though, but I do remember. It stinks. I loved that show, and I'm actually a really, really big fan of this spoof movie that National Lampoon's made in the 90s with Samuel L. Jackson, Emilio Estevez, a bunch of other people, and Jon Lovitz. And he plays the Joe Pesci character of, it's called Loaded Weapon Part 1. And it is a spoof on Lethal Weapon. And Emilio Estevez plays Mel Gibson, and Samuel L. Jackson plays Danny Glover, and Lovitz plays Pesci's, Leo Getz. And everything he says in that movie is hysterical to me. Also, his character in The Wedding Singer, I love his fucking dialogue, everything. Jon Lovitz, he actually has a really depressing part in a movie called Happiness, which is one of the most fucked up movies I've ever watched in my life. With Philip Seymour Hoffman and a bunch of other people. It is such a whacked out movie, like about child molestation and perversion and just everything wrong you can imagine. And you sit there and you beat yourself up because you can't help but laugh at how fucked up things are in it. Like you're laughing at a guy talking about molesting his son. It's horrible, but it's so funny. It's terrible, but yeah. But Lovitz is like the opening character in it, and it's so sad. And anyway, I'm just gonna stop with Jon Lovitz, but seeing him always makes me so happy because I just think he's wonderful. He's this actor who can't be taken seriously enough. He wants to be a real actor. And I think that this episode is just kind of a metaphor for Hollywood in general. I think that this is like, that beauty reigns supreme, and that there's all these, perfect looking actors out there who get all the parts, even if they're not right for them. And that even if they were to take you, they'd want to throw away your face, which is what happens at the end of this. Like, all he's wanted for in the end is like, they take his skull, like his inside, and then they just take his face and they just throw it in the trash, and like a rat scurries off with it. And I just think, like, if you don't have looks, you're going in the trash in this business. So I just thought it's just kind of a metaphor for Hollywood. That's the way I saw it anyway. And his girlfriend in this leaves him in such a shitty way. He's having such a terrible day. But he comes home and she's just has her new boyfriend there moving her out. And she's just so whatever about it. And the guy is so, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm taking your girlfriend. There's nothing you can do about it. Oh my God. He would lose it. I love the twist too. I think the twist in this is great. That they go to like this back alley and his friend comes to prove himself, and he's like, this is the kind of places you're performing. He's like, well, this is where real actors go. Like, they play in little clubs like this, and they're in this back alley entrance, and then this guy is the play director or whatever, and he's trying to cast the other friend, and he gets mad at him, and then we find out later that they just wanted to kill him. He killed his friend, which they were going to do anyways because they wanted his skull, because his skull had the right features to play this, skull character from Hamlet. But we find out that they actually were going in the back door of a mental institution, and that these guys were mental patients who had killed all the doctors and had been putting on a play. I just thought that was great. I don't know how they put out auditions and whatnot. Like, I don't know how the cops didn't come there. It doesn't matter. You can't overthink that kind of stuff. But I thought the twist was really fun and really cool. And lots of different twists. I mean, the fact that he killed his friend because he wanted the part so bad, and they were going to kill his friend anyway, and he ends up getting himself killed. So why, when they're like, we just wanted your friend's skull, he was the perfect thing, like, he just killed his friend. So he stuffed him somewhere in the building. He couldn't have been like, oh, you want my friend? You want my friend's dead body? Want the skull? Like, okay, like, he's just right over here. Like, let's just go get it. So I don't know why he didn't announce to them immediately. Like, no, no, he's still on the premises. Like, we can go get him, so don't worry. Uh, yeah, that probably should have been his very first thing, but doesn't matter. I just thought that was kind of silly that he didn't think of that. But overall, yeah, I mean, it's fine. I love Jon Lovitz, as I've said about 600 times in this. So seeing him was great, and there's some really cool twists. It's absolutely ridiculous. With most of these, that's the truth. But I had a good time with it. So, yeah, fun episode. All right, moving on.